Hello, everyone, and welcome back to On Point Politics. And today I'm going to be talking about the South Carolina Republican primary results and what this actually means for the general presidential election. If you guys do enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow all socials in the links in the description down below, and join our Discord server and fill out the general election polling form. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. And so, pretty much, as of right now, Donald Trump has beat Nikki Haley in her home state by over 20 percentage points and basically took most of the delegates. He's already gotten 47 and she's only gotten 3 delegates. And so it's really Trump basically completely destroyed her in this primary. And literally on Tuesday we have Michigan, and that's going to be interesting because she's not going to have enough time. Even though that's also an open primary, she might not have enough time to get everybody to coalesce around her base. That's really also the thing too. Most of her base is really Democrats, and since all these states are open primaries for some reason, which I don't really think that's how it should work, she's getting a lot better margins in the states because of the fact that it is an open primary. And it's actually quite funny, but if you look at it, it really resembles more of a general election map rather than like a Republican versus a Republican map. It looks more like a Republican versus Democrat map. And so if you were to actually see that and apply it to the general election, it could show some very interesting results. And even New Hampshire, Trump winning it by 11 points. If you look at the map, it looks more like a Democrat, or like a Republican versus Democratic map, rather than a it looks more like a Republican versus Democratic map than a Republican versus Republican map. And so if you were to apply those swings, really to a general election, because really most of Nikki Haley's base are Democrats. And so if you were to kind of apply this to the, general election maps, you'd actually get some pretty interesting results. Ohio and Iowa would be plus 15. Florida would basically be likely. Texas, I think, would be safe more than, or I think it like would almost be like safe Republican. It would probably almost be safe Republican. Colorado would dip down to like a lean margin. California, Oregon, Washington would still be safe. I think these would be likely though. These would be likely. Hawaii would still be safe. Alaska, I think, would be safe at that point. Nevada would be likely. Arizona likely. Georgia likely. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, North Carolina would also be likely. And if you look at Illinois, it would drop down to like a 7-point victory or 8-point victory for Biden. If you were to look at New York, it would drop it down to like a 12-point win. New Mexico would basically become a tilt margin at this point, and these would all be safe states. Nebraska's 2nd district would become lean, including these districts here would be safe. Maine at large, I think, would dip down to tilt. And Minnesota, I think, would flip at that point. And Virginia would be really close to flipping. It would be a close state. And so if you basically applied that shift nationwide, you'd actually have this map, which is really interesting to see that this would have been the case. Now granted, likely New Hampshire is a little weird. Maybe in a reality scenario, it would probably be likely. But if you shifted, because South Carolina was R plus 11 in 2020, and now it was R plus 20 here. So if you were to shift the popular vote, or shift all the states by that many points from their 2020 results, this is the map you'd get. You'd get 327 electoral votes for Trump to 211 votes for Joe Biden, because he'd win New Hampshire, win Minnesota pretty easily, win the Rust Belt easily. New states like Virginia and New Mexico would basically tighten up. Texas would basically be safe R at that point because it was already 5.6. And so if you add the 9.2, it's basically on the verge of being safe Republican. And so this is the map you'd get if you were to apply that swing from the 2020 results in South Carolina to now in this Republican primary to every state. And the reason why I'm comparing it is because effectively most of her voters are Democrats, and that includes her getting like 27% of Republicans. In all three counties she's won are major Democratic counties. And so that's why I'm kind of doing this comparison, because it shows that there may be signs for the general election that Trump may really be outperforming this time around. And so if you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow all socials in the links in the description down below, and join our Discord server to join our community. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.